Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all well. Welcome to my film and TV channel where we feature reviews on film and TV drama, plus information, vlogs, and of course the odd quiz or two thrown in as well, so please check the playlist there. Thanks for joining me today. Yeah, it's a film review today, so we're going to have a look at HBO Max film, and it's called A Little Bit of Consternation, and probably the title of it gives you a hint of what it's about. It's called Unpregnant. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification so you know these movie review vlogs are coming out, etc. Fantastic. Yeah, Unpregnant. Yeah, as you can imagine, it has caught a little bit of bother from critics and the public alike. 103 minutes. It's classed as a comedy road movie drama. Yeah, I mean the comedy element's there. We'll go more into that in a moment. It's about a 17-year-old Missouri teen named Veronica, played by Haley Lou Richardson. Not overly familiar to me, but I did enjoy her performance in this. Discovers she has gotten pregnant, a development that threatens to end her dreams of matriculating at an Ivy League college, and the career that will follow. Her only help, an old friend Bailey, played by Barbie Ferreira, again played very well, who she dumped years ago, obviously to be these little cliques at the US high school. I'm sure we have them here in the UK as well, but obviously not as obvious, is it? So yeah, this poor girl's done everything right. I mean, she's, her and her boyfriend have used protection, etc. But it's one of those small chances where she still, unfortunately, becomes pregnant. Directed by Rachel Lee Goldenberg. Written by Jenny Hendricks and based on the book by Jenny Hendricks as well. So I've not actually read the book. I've seen adverts for it. So I've seen no real comparisons whether it's quite true to the book. I'm not too sure. But if you enjoyed the book, you probably may enjoy this. As I say, it stars Haley Lou Richardson and Barbie Ferreira in the lead roles, and Giancarlo Esposito is also in it. Rotten Tomatoes liked it. The critics liked it. 88%. Positivity rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That's quite high even for Rotten Tomatoes. It's got an overall rating of 6.84 out of 10 based on 32 reviews, and that's 28 fresh and 4 rotten. So again, quite prolifically in the positive there. Audience not quite as impressed. The audience rating is only 60% based on 880 reviews, scores and reviews, but obviously that's not a bad percentage for an audience. 60%. The Metacritics, they're not quite as keen as the Rotten Tomatoes critics panel. They give it a 61% overall, so again not too bad, but the lowest score is 6. It scores anywhere between 6 and 7.5, so even though it's only 61%, it's still, if the lowest score is 6, that's pretty good. Hollywood Reporter's Inku Kang gave it 6 out of 10 and said, largely fueled by Richardson and Ferreira's charisma and chemistry, Unpregnant is an amiable, if uneven, ride. RogerEbert.com, Matt Zoller on behalf of 7.5 out of 10. The film's solid grounding in friendship and comic teamwork carries the day. Unpregnant becomes more effective as it goes along thanks to the sincere, committed and mostly unaffected lead performances by Richardson and Ferreira. So a lot of love for the leads in this, and I'm not going to go against that at all. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, who've watched this, again, not massive score, but a good score, 6.2 out of 10. If you think of the some people who wouldn't like the content of this would have probably marked it low. So Internet Movie Database, 6.2 out of 10 based on almost 2,000 reviews and scores. So it's quite a healthy feedback. And some of the comments on Internet Movie Database by Joe Public user: a tutorial on how to get an abortion with some funny moments. That sort of sums the film up, I think. Fun buddy comedy that tackles a serious matter. Yeah. Too long and feels forced. Yeah, so a criticism there. Overall good movie from pro-life perspective. Yeah, so that's the theme of this movie. A waste of time, so obviously someone didn't like it. Has its moments, but ultimately a letdown. So again, it's not overall positive, is it? And the last comment we've got is somebody said it was decent. Okay, so I mean, I'm a bit near that. I mean, let's look at it. It's a film that when you look at other people's reviews, some have looked at it and give it a poor mark based, without any sort of pro-life or sort of feelings to it. So some people have disliked it just for the film itself, but there is a lot of, as you'd expect with this sort of politically inclined thing, a lot of poor reviews as well, because obviously you're going to get the pro-life people objecting to this, because it is very, very obviously telling young ladies, obviously in different states in America it varies, doesn't it, where you can get an abortion at certain ages, etc. So it does that, supply that information, and obviously it won't be very much appreciated by some groups, will it? Let's be honest about it. I mean, as a comedy, again, it wasn't a top-notch comedy, it wasn't laugh out loud, but it does make you smile for all the right reasons as well, so that's really good. But as a drama and a road movie, it is very, very watchable. And I was a big fan. There's been comparisons made with Juno and Booksmart. I did enjoy Juno, and Booksmart was one of my favourite films was it last year, the year before? We lose track now with all what's going on. And so there are obvious comparisons with those two films. And it's not quite up there with these two, and it does struggle just a little bit in one or two places. And the ending of the film appears to be a little bit rushed, very simple, and it does end. I mean, you know me, I like a good ending to a film. I don't like to be thinking too much of making assumptions, etc. But it does feel a little bit rushed, the ending of the film, which is a shame for an hour and 40 odd minutes. So it should be able to get it in there without it feeling too rushed. But it's overall it is very, very watchable. And I think, again, as echoing what's been said before by the critics, I think it was the amazing chemistry between the two girl co-leads, Ferrer and Richardson, really carried this for me. I did like both girls from early doors, which is good. There's one or two other actors who come into it and do a good role, but I did enjoy the chemistry between the two leads, and I say that's what sort of drawn me into it and kept me watching it. To be honest with you, it didn't feel overly long at an hour and 40, so that's pretty much a positive, isn't it? Being able to invest in the characters, even the boyfriend, if you like, the boyfriend who caused all this in the first place. It's not all the girl's fault, is it? I mean, he sort of changed in the film. I sort of quite liked him at the start, and then at the end, no, he proved to be a bit of a not a rogue, but a bit immature. Let's say that. Yeah, so it did run out of steam in the last third, but overall I liked it. And let's be honest about it, it's not a subject matter that is going to appeal to everybody, is it? So if you read the synopsis on this film and also watch any trailers, etc., and don't appreciate the message the film is making, which a lot haven't, then just avoid it. Don't watch it. It's as simple as that. If you're not into, obviously, the way this is looked, a girl going for an abortion is a comedy. Obviously, you are pushing it a little bit, but look at it. It's not really a comedy as such. It's more a road movie, and I think someone pointed out there, more like an information thing for girls as well, young girls as well, teenagers as well, and responsibilities, because these teens did everything right, but obviously these things can happen even when you do take all the correct precautions, obviously. So yeah, anyway, as entertainment is what I'm not watching it as an information vlog, as an old guy like me. I'm watching it as entertainment, and I must admit I did like it. As I say, it's not there with Booksmart, but I did like it, even though it did run out a little bit of steam. And if you don't like the subject matter, please don't watch it and leave a bad review. Simple as that. I mean, what's the point? Right, my little rating for the film, Movie Game Nostalgia, Bernard's rating, 6.5 out of 10. So I'm not going to go mad. It's well above a watchable. I nearly went to 7, but I thought there was a few little holes in it. A few silly things in it that didn't quite. Obviously, they go on the road and they meet a few characters, and one or two of the characters didn't really work and was a bit silly. But yeah, I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10. The poster, well, it's a simple poster. I'm not into cars anyway, but I think obviously if you're into cars, perhaps you want to see a little bit more of the car that was featured in the film, but you don't see much of that with the girls sat on it anyway, don't you? But obviously for fans of the two girls, it's a great little poster, but nothing fantastic. So I'm just going to give it the basic okay-ish. Again, I wouldn't be worried about putting it on the back wall. 6 out of 10 for the poster. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think if you get to watch this. As I say, I'm not making any political or any pro-life or anti-abortion or etc. claims on this. To me, I just watched it for entertainment. I think every person has the right to do what they want to do with their own bodies anyway, but I don't want to be political or anything like that. So please, hopefully, as I said, if you don't think you're going to like the subject matter, please don't watch. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please check my links on screen. If you follow or friend me on Facebook and Twitter, I check every couple of days and follow and friend everyone back. If you can check out my website, moviegamenostalgia.com, for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s and board games, that'll be fantastic. And even if you just have a look around, that's good for my analytics. And please, if you know anyone who's into English football, English soccer, if you're in the US watching this, English football, please, I do support Manchester City and do City Past, the Citizen channel, which is obviously City Past and City Present, so I'll look at the history, etc. football. So if you do know anyone who might be interested in that, please point them in my direction, or if you may be interested yourself, please push that subscribe button, that'd be fantastic, and check the playlist. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Please, what are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Let's all look after each other. And all I can ask for everyone is to please stay safe, everyone. Till we meet again, do the same. Goodbye for now.